In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the best easy broccoli summer salad, and this one just so happens to be vegan. So here is the end result, and there is me taste testing this delicious salad. I could eat this for lunch every day. It's such a great side for barbecues. So if you want to pause the screen there to grab all the ingredients, you can. Now we're going to start with 2 crowns of broccoli. I'm going to cut all the ends off. I'm going to put them off to the side and save them for a broccoli soup. I don't want them in this salad. They're just not as good for this salad, but I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to keep those for soup. So we're going to cut up the broccoli into little perfect bite-sized pieces like this. And so you can go ahead and just finish cutting up all that broccoli into nice bite-sized pieces that are going to be good for a salad. We don't want them to be too big because this is a salad and we are eating it raw, so it's just easier if they're in smaller bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to put those all off to the side, and then I'm going to grab my next ingredient, which is half a large red onion. And I have my goggles on, okay? I always wear goggles when I'm cutting an onion because it makes my eyes burn. So there I am, dicing and slicing, and yeah, I just hate my eyes tearing up, so I always wear goggles in the kitchen, guys. I don't know. And then my next thing is 1 cup of red seedless grapes. I'm going to cut those all in half. This is optional in the salad, but I think it just honestly adds such a nice, crispy, sweet deliciousness to the salad. So I'm just cutting those all in half like that. It doesn't take too long to cut those, and then they're just perfectly prepared for the salad. Now I'm going to dump everything into a bowl. So I got my broccoli, my grapes, and my red onion. So I'm just going to dump those all into a big mixing bowl. Now, honestly, my mixing bowl could have been bigger, but anyway, it is what it is. I've got a 1/3 cup of slivered almonds I'm going to dump on there, and I've got a 1/2 cup of craisins. I got the ones without sugar because I didn't want them to be too sweet. Now, again, if you want to pause the screen, you can. This is for our dressing. So we're starting with 3/4 cup of vegan mayo in a little mixing bowl or in a jar, whatever you like. And then next up we have a tablespoon of pure maple syrup. That's what we're using instead of the traditional sugar. So I'm just going to add that in, and I don't want to waste any, so I'm going to grab my spatula and make sure I'm getting that all out into the bowl as well. And then next up I have my vinegar for a little bit of acidity, and I'm using this white wine vinegar, but you can use apple cider vinegar, even red wine vinegar, even a white vinegar, whatever you like. It's pretty flexible, maybe not a balsamic, but other than that it is pretty flexible. And then we're going to add a little salt and pepper to taste. My salt shaker was kind of stuck, so I had to kind of beat the salt out of it a little bit. So it looks like I'm adding a lot, but I'm not, just a little bit of salt. Now, different story for the fresh ground black pepper. I like a ton of pepper personally. I actually got a comment once about how spicy my food was, and it was literally just pepper. That was the only spice other than salt. So I put a lot, but do it to taste. And then I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. So I've just cut the end off a lemon here. That's going to be about a teaspoon. So fresh is always best if you have it, but if you don't, no worries. You can totally use the stuff out of the, I guess, squeezer bottle, the lemon juice. Yeah, you can use that for sure, and it's not going to affect the flavor too much, so just use whatever you have on hand. I always like to flip that around and make sure I'm getting all the lemon juice out of that little piece. I didn't add Dijon mustard in this video, but I normally add 1 tablespoon in here. Tablespoon. I normally add 1 tablespoon in. So just make sure you mix that really well, and then your dressing is ready to throw on. Now you can use this same dressing on coleslaw as well, so if you like the dressing you can use it just on any kind of a slaw, whether it's broccoli, cabbage, whatever. So I'm going to grab that dressing and I'm going to pour that all over. Now if you want a little bit more lightly dressed, you don't have to pour the whole thing on. You can pour like 1/2 or 3/4, and then I'm just going to mix this really well all together. If I had a bigger mixing bowl I could do this a lot faster. And then you actually want to let that sit in the fridge for about an hour if you can. I mean, sometimes I eat this right away, but it is better if it sits for about an hour. It lasts 2 days in the fridge or 4 days without the dressing, because it will start to lose its crispiness after 2 days for sure, so you want to eat that right away. And this is your easy broccoli summer salad. So here I am giving that a little taste test, and this is the perfect thing you can bring to a barbecue. People won't even know it's vegan, besides the fact that it's missing bacon, and there's the chef's kiss. And if you liked this video, hit like and subscribe.